Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Interactive Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. I'm going to take a couple of seconds or minutes here just to chat with you and give you some introduction to give some people some time to come join the broadcast. I hope everybody's doing well this evening. Let's see, what's today? Tuesday. This fine Tuesday evening. And I'm just rambling a little bit to give you a chance to get caught up with what I'm doing. Tonight I'm going to be talking about Selina Fenech Mermaids and some coloring that I've done with that. I want to show you a couple of tips and tricks that I've pulled off. And I think you'll enjoy this. I hope that you've been enjoying my broadcasts. If you miss the interactive broadcasts, you can catch them on YouTube after the fact. But the one problem I have found is when I post them to YouTube, they're fuzzy. I don't know why. They come out blurry. I'm trying to get that issue resolved. So what I'm starting to think that I'm going to do is just give you an introduction on Periscope as to what I'm going to do. And then I will go ahead on YouTube and video me coloring that page so you can see exactly what I'm doing. And the video will be a lot better than what I'm doing with the Periscope. So I don't know yet. I'm going back and forth on that concept. If you want to leave me a comment or an idea, that's fine. What would work best for you? Again, my email is adultcoloring with, I'm going to spell it ILene, I-L-E-N-E, Vick, V-I-C-K, at charter.net. I really would like you to get a hold of me and maybe come up with some ideas that'll help you. All right, so I've rambled enough. Thank you everybody that's joined me. All right, let me tilt camera. So like I said, I'm going to be working on the Selina Fenech book, Mermaids. It's a great book. It's got some really nice line drawings in it. I think you'll like it. And by the way, let me do one thing here while we're waiting for other people to join. Let's see here. Gonna go ahead and get a little background music. Everybody said they liked it, so it's just simple piano music. You can hear it in the background. All right. Okay. Okay, so again, this is the coloring book Mermaids by Selina Fenech, and I'm going to show you some coloring that I've done on it. And the particular picture that I'm going to work on today is this one. Let me raise the camera up a little bit, excuse the bumping and the jarring, but that's okay. It lets you see what I'm doing better. And one of the things that I like to do, particularly with this series of books, is I like to add in my own little doodads. Now, a lot of you are afraid to do that. Please don't be. It's a fun thing to do, and really once you've done your first one, after that you'll love doing it, I believe. The pens that I use are the Staedtler pigment liners, and they come in 2, 4, 6 different sizes. They claim you're buying 4 and you get 2 free. Okay. And they come in these different sizes, 0.05, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.5 and 0.8, and you're going from thinner to thick. So I use these, and my cat's about to walk in front of the screen, but that's okay. She's just going to introduce herself. This would be Miss Kitty, whose footies you are seeing. All right, sweetie. Huh? All right. So now that we have her settled. So I love using these pigment liners, and the really funny thing is once I started using them, oh my gosh, it's like they add talent to your hand. You'll love them. All right, so enough of that chit chat. The original picture looks like this. Now the neat thing about the Selina Fenech books is you get 2 of every page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I did on the first page to finish it. So this is not really a color along, it's a this is how you do it, and then I will do the color along on the YouTube, and I'll do that in different segments, part 1, part 2, part 3, whatever. So this is the original. Now if you notice, the tail fin is over the decoration in the back. So in other words, it's not transparent or translucent. You can't see through it. But when I did it, I made it translucent. Of course, transparent means you can clearly see through it like a window. Translucent is that your view is a little bit obstructed. So I thought it would be really cool as I color through this book, and actually I did it on this one as well because this was not transparent or translucent. I decided that for every picture that I was going to do, I'm going to make the fins of the mermaids translucent. That's just kind of my thing on it and my take on it. My book, my decision. Alright, so here are some of the pictures if you're not familiar with the book. I think they're beautiful. Oh, that one's cool, the pregnancy, the pregnant mermaid. And see, here's her tail fins, so what I'll do is I'll draw in the rest of her head and hair, and that's going to make these tail fins translucent. So that'll be a fun page to do. Same here, her tail is going over the water design. We'll fix that. Let's see what's going on here. Not too much in the background here, but there's like a lily pad, so I can go ahead and I'll make that transparent. So yeah, lots of fun. Alright, so this is the one where she's sitting in the bathtub. And as we're looking at the difference between these two pictures, I'm just going to kind of flip back and forth here. The first thing I'd like you to notice is the flowers on the tub. On the original, which I'll show you in a minute, the design goes basically up to the height of these 4 flowers. See? Right here, 4, 5, 6, 7 flowers, excuse me. When I drew this, there's the before and there's the after. You can see that I added a bunch of leaves. Very simple and straightforward to add, and I would encourage you to try this. And so I added that. And then if you also look on the bottom, camera's going to bounce a little bit while I move it, is my original 2 candles are here melting. So those are these right here. I added this one and put some melty wax around it. And then you can also see I added some more wax here. See? And again, very straightforward. Don't be intimidated by it. Alright. So, what I think I'm going to show you tonight, let's see. Let me show you how I did this. And again, once you see this broadcast, I would like you to look for the actual video of the drawing so you can see exactly how I did it. But all I did, and I'm going to turn this book sideways so you can see it. I'm going to turn this sideways so basically it's side by side. please look at the two fins and look at the difference between the two. All I did was I took my fine liner, this is the skinniest one that's available, and I'll do a little bit here so you can see what I did, but I just continued the design on her tail. See? Look at that. The second I did that, that made her tail translucent. Let's see, so I'm going to do this one here and come around. Take your time. Yeah, see? That's all I did. And then, you see these little tips right here? That's part of this little doodad right here. So, this is the very outside of it right here. This is the outside. I just made one long curve. See? Now, all of a sudden, you are seeing through the tail. And then I took my transparent triangle here, and I connected these lines. Now, I did make a little bit of a mistake right now. But that's okay, I will fix it later. I actually shouldn't have colored that all the way down here. I should have stopped right there and right there, which means I should have drawn that line first. That was my mistake, but it is fixable. So, if you look at that now, her tail is what? Transparent. What did I draw? Two parallel lines to fix the baseboard, a curved line to match up with this one, like that. And then I've got a little line here. Let me see what I did with that, if anything. Yeah. I'm going to take the bottom. Let's see if I can zoom in here for you so you can see. Bear with me. Periscope is a little funny as far as zooming. There we go. Bounce, 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 bounce. Ah, there we go. All right. So, see these little pointy things here? That's part of the design. So I'm going to bring this down, bring that up to the point, bring this down, bring that up to the point. Now, how am I doing that? Totally by guess and by gosh. There's nothing special about it. Just got to look at it and just imagine what the lines are going to do when the tail is clear. So that's probably all I'm going to do right now. I could do a little bit right here because here's part of a design that stops at the tail. So I'm going to carry that forward. Just a, what, half-inch line, if that. There you go. Now you can see through the tail. Right there. See? I just drew this line from here to here again. Totally made it up in my mind what I wanted to do. All of a sudden you are able to see through the tail. So really there's nothing special about doing this, but I wanted to pick an easy drawing so that you could see it for yourself and see how this works and to see how you would do it. And again, I made a little bit of an error by following it through. I will fix that. But see, all I did was I used my pigment liners. I finished the lines through. I finished the pattern the way that I thought that it would continue on the page based on what I'm seeing back here. And I just basically, by guess and by gosh, put it in there. So this is going to be a short broadcast this evening, but I wanted you to see that so that you gain confidence when you run into something like this. So if you have the Mermaids book by Selina Fenech, you can do the same thing. You can draw the lines behind the tail, and you can make them translucent as well. Let me look at something here. Let's pull out. Oh, this drives me crazy sometimes. There you go. So here's the drawing version. Here's the colored version. There wasn't anything else really that I needed to do here because this now is all where the wall's going to be. You can pick your wall color and then we'll talk about how to do that fin. So that's all I have for tonight. Again, I'll show you this. See? Straightforward, not complex. And you do it by guess and by gosh. You just guess what that pattern would be. So right here, you can see these little fingers coming through. You can see this circular thing. You can figure that out. Just, you know, draw a circle here. Maybe draw another circle. Finish it up. You can see how I did it when I finished it. Let's see. Yeah, I just drew that little piece here. I just finished this through here. Just followed that right around to its natural progression. So there you go. That's how you do this. Nothing exotic, nothing that a beginner can't do. So enjoy it. All right, guys. This is ILene with Interactive Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. Look for this broadcast on YouTube, and also eventually look for the broadcast on how I do the actual page itself. Thank you so much for everybody that joined me in the discussion tonight. I appreciate your time, and I hope you learned something. All right. God bless, and happy adult coloring.